Well, hello folks, welcome to episode 2 of season 13 here at Riga FC. I am the Custard Prophet. This is the Latvian job. And yes, this is the start of our final season, our final European campaign with Latvia. So I'm going to show you how things have gone. We've played through an entire season. Got some transfers to show you, not actually that many since we were last together, one in, one out. And we've got a group stage draw to show you, so that's exciting. Let's jump in first of all and have a look at those transfers. Right, first on the block, the player out, and I'm annoyed about this. It's the Pope. Francis has left for 1.2 million, gone to South Africa. Is that South Africa? It doesn't sound very South African. Is that Saudi Arabia? No, just Saudi Arabia. There we go. Obviously, they've got some money there, but yeah, losing him for 1.2 million is annoying. It was his release clause. He's worth a lot more than that. He's a very, very good player. He's very quick, very good with the ball at his feet, and he scored some goals for us, didn't he? He was an excellent player. Well, he got 20. Well, he managed to get 9 goals before he left, and the previous season 19 goals. So pretty solid player. So we needed to replace him, and there wasn't any really obvious players out there, but this one was the one that stood out to me. We spent a bit of money on him. Duncan Crittenden, come from Peterborough, £10.5 million. But I think you will agree this guy is even faster. Well, he's not actually, slightly slower than the Pope, but look at the agility. I've never had a player with 20 agility and balance of 17. I mean, this guy should be able to beat everyone on his own. First touch of 60, technique of 60, off the ball of 60, dribbling at 15. Oh my God, this guy looks awesome. There is very, very little to say, ooh, it's a bit worrying. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. There are some things to say, ooh, that's a bit worrying. Jumping, he's a short lad. Well, he's not that short, he's probably my height, but he apparently he can't actually jump. But if he does, he's really good in the air. Yeah, that makes sense. Positioning of 2 is a little bit of a worry. You know, positioning is fairly important, whatever you do, and concentration of 4. Those are all slightly worrying attributes, but I think the rest makes up for it. I'd love to hear what you make of him. What was his determination? Determination of 11, so it's not terrible, not brilliant, but pretty good. I haven't actually noticed that player trait. So he places shots, which is great. Moves the ball to the right foot, which is good because he's right-footed. And before dribble attempt. Right, great. Is that a good thing? Okay, so I presume, so it increases the likelihood of a player adjusting his body shape to play on his right foot when looking to dribble. So does that mean he takes a little bit more time to get going with the dribble? So more chance of being tackled? I don't know. But I think he's a fair replacement for the Pope. Pretty pleased with that. Okay, let's have a look at the results. So as you can see, and we're not going to go through these in any great depth, but we have been quite superb actually this season. Look at the number of goals we are scoring. It's absolutely mad. The Pope getting his goals there. Aldrikis has been pretty good, even though he is an old man now, but the goals have been coming all across the pitch. We're not going to particularly focus on anything until this little period here. And yes, look at this. Went away to RFS and lost it 2-0. Deserved to win it about 10 times. Just, you know, look at what we've been doing. Scoring 4 goals a game. We didn't manage to score a goal there. We had so many chances but didn't actually manage to score. And then a couple of games later against Meta at home, same situation. They had a player sent off as well early on. No, we had a player sent off early on. Shouldn't really have mattered because we were pretty damn good apart from getting the ball in the back of the net. So we lost a couple of games in the league, which was a bit unlike us. But other than that, it has been absolutely ridiculous. And you can see in the cup, we did in the last game, we did another draw, but I guess we were we were getting ready for a Champions League proper campaign. Nice 7-0 victory there, and then absolutely smashing Stanisel in the cup 4th round. So a very, very solid performance. I think you'll agree. What about the Champions League? Well, I was going to come back for the last round of that. As you can see, it's gone really, really well. We beat Milsami Orhai. I can't remember where they're from, Moldova. Easy tie. We beat them, smashed them both home and away in the second round. Cluj, this was surprisingly easy. A 10-1 aggregate victory over Cluj, and then a 7-1 aggregate victory over Copenhagen in the playoffs. So I didn't bother coming back for that. So okay, so we now got all the way through to the Champions League proper. But what was the draw like? Well, I've actually done that on camera a couple of minutes ago. So let's go and have a look at that draw. Okay, this is the Champions League group draw. We are sitting here in the 3rd pot, which is kind of nice. So it does mean we can't face Atletico Madrid. We've faced them a million times. Monaco, which would be a tough one. Zenit, Roma. Don't mind Zenit so much, but Roma would have been a difficult one. So that's pretty good. But there are some really hard sides in it. So we're going to draw the first. So we're going to draw the first 2 teams in each group, and then we'll have a look which one looks the best. Okay, well, here we go. They all look a little bit. I mean, obviously, Feyenoord to me looks. I mean, I would say I'd like that one, but Man United. Although we did play them last year, didn't we, and beat them. So yeah, that's possibly a group that you wouldn't mind to be in. PSG and Inter. I reckon we can give Inter a decent game. That looks hard. That looks very hard. That looks pretty hard as well. Maybe we could give Juve a bit of a game, but Madrid I wouldn't expect. No. Milan and Salzburg. Salzburg, I would kind of like to play Salzburg just to see if we can do a little bit better than we have in the past. And then you see here, Ajax. Yeah, I reckon we could do something against Ajax, but yeah, Liverpool are going to be tough. So I think they're all pretty tough places to go. I was hoping for a slightly nicer draw. Didn't get it. Let's have a look. So first one I would take. It's Roma going there. Right. Next one. Yeah, I'll take this one as well. Real San Sebastian. Not this one, please. Right. So we can't get in English or a German team here. So Leipzig and Hoffenheim are out. That's good. And those are probably the 2 I'm a little bit more worried about. Olympic Lyon, maybe, but yeah, I don't want Leipzig or Hoffenheim. So I think this probably suggests we will be finishing 3rd in this group. Hoffenheim are gone there. Club Brugge are there. Dynamo, I mean, we beat Dynamo Zagreb. We beat them 1,000 times. Yes! Yeah, we are definitely at least finishing 3rd. I would suggest we ain't going to get much out of those other 2 matches, but you never know, do you? We played City and gave them a good match actually last season. They beat us over 2 legs, but yeah. So yeah, Dynamo Zagreb is going to be. That should be. We need 6 points out of that, and then whatever we can get out of the other games. Right, folks, let's go and play the first match in this Champions League group. Don't know who it is going to be against yet, but we will find out shortly. Okay, so the draw was very nice, and as I said, I didn't know who we were playing at that point, but we are going to be starting off in a really tasty tie at home against Borussia Dortmund. I kind of like the sound of that match. See how we do against the probably the second best team in Germany, which is sounds fun. There are some problems. There always are some problems. As you can see, Lissinovs and Bamba and Kortakovs are out. Probably the big loss there is Bamba because he is kind of important for what we do. You can also see, and here we see, this is the league matches goals. You can see that Kubica here is quite superb in the league. 30 goals in the league. He has been absolutely outstanding. Look at his XG compared to all the other strikers. He is infinitely better. Harold Zerglis not really doing quite as well, but 13 goals, not bad. Robert Aldrikis, 20 goals. But then some disappointments here. You can see Misu, only 7 goals. Erglis, where is he? We've already done Erglis. Papedaf, only 6 goals. And oh no, that's everybody. Other than Duncan Crittenden, who has played 5 games and he's not really done anything, and that's a little bit surprising to me. I thought he would hit the ground running. He hasn't, so I think maybe these sort of games will be his bread and butter. We will have to see. So yeah, we're coming back for Borussia Dortmund. Fingers crossed we can do the business. The team will go through properly in a second. You know, I'm excited by this. There's no Bamba, but we've got a great side to put out. Right then, folks, here's the team. Kubica, Erglis, and Crittenden are the players who are going to lead the line here. It's this place here I'm not 100% sure about. Crittenden, do we want him playing as a poacher? We want him running, don't we? So I don't know. So we've chucked Dribble more on to Crittenden and see how he does with that. Kubica is going to play on the other side as a poacher. He's been brilliant. He's been absolutely brilliant. But yeah, fingers crossed we can create something with this. So team is Crittenden, Erglis, Kubica up top, Alarson, Nieta and Lorenzo in midfield. And the back line is Messina, Stankus, Mendia and Wampa with Johore in goal. It's a strong side. We've got good players on the bench. No place for Yazams or Vixna. That shows how strong it is. And we've got the likes of Burkic, Soria, Uldurikis and Misu. And out from our youth team has come this guy who I think has the ability to develop into somebody who certainly can be one of our Latvian players. He's played well, actually. Played 3 games in the league, scored a goal, got an assist. So yeah, I'm kind of enjoying seeing one of the youngsters coming through. Let's get into it. Let's play Dortmund. Are we going to have a chance here? We did well last season, but are we going to be as effective this year? Right, here we go. Always a bit of a concern coming out here, but we are good at home. You know, this could easily be a smashing against us, but it hasn't been recently. I just hope we can kind of keep that going. Right, well, a couple of early chances, and those have gone to us, but we see the first highlight building up, and it's looks like Dortmund are just in behind us a little bit. Mohamed Al-Erdem. Stankus does clear it nicely there. They've turned. Are they going to get the shot away? Oh, that's nicely done. And we have escaped there. It's Crittenden. Doesn't get on the end of it. Seeger. Presumably not Toby. TJ. Well, no, Ty. What's that? Some strange names. What's that? Illick something. Go on. Get in front of him. Oh, that's a lovely ball. And it's into the back of the net. Tellers, Magno. What first shot they've had, and you know, it was nicely done. This is the ball that did it, and our right back there, Wampa, who's pretty good most of the time, just lost his way, just didn't have the pace really there, and then Magno, there was a beautiful ball into him, and 1-0 down, unfortunately. Come on, boys. Right, ball in. Oh, dear me, that's a little bit over the top there, but might be coming back against us. I'd like to see a highlight. Illich, Vugnerek. They feel there's going to be just a really incisive ball at any moment that's going to completely annihilate us. 21 minutes on the clock as well, and this is the side we were struggling on. This guy's, you know, he's inside, outside. It's really hard to know what he's up to. They're overpowered here on this right side. He did his best to follow the run, but he wasn't tight enough. He felt he was. I thought he was tight enough, but still got the shot away. Right, here's a chance maybe for Alarson. It's over the top. Kubica, a lot of pressure on him. Yeah, look at it. We're not playing badly. Got a better XG than them. Right, well, we get to half time. We're 1-0 down. They've had one shot on target, one shot in total, and they've scored it. So, fair play. I think we can't say we're playing badly. We're creating some chances, but yeah, I guess that other shot, because we've seen two highlights, must have been offside. But here's a Ruiz. Oh my, it was offside again. Another chance here, Ruiz. It would just be lovely just to nick the ball off, wouldn't it, and just go on a counter ourselves like that. Here we go. Here's Crittenden. This is where you want him. I didn't see any evidence of that 20 in agility. You know, the 15 in dribbling there. He looked like he had like 1 in everything. Oh, Magno did well. He holds off the challenge, and he probably should have scored there. So whilst they've not had a lot of shots, they've done well in front of goal. Come on, boys. Let's get another chance. Manchester City, you can see, are dominating their match in the against Zagreb. Ball in, and another chance, but it's another header. It's over the top. So we are going to make that change that I mentioned. It's Erglis. He's trundling off, and Aldrikis, we wheel him on. I mean, he is 35. He's got no mobility, but the ball on its head there, then it's a different story. Couple of changes. Burkic is on, Misu's on, Crittenden and Messina have left the pitch. Just not creating good chances. This is the problem. Is this a last chance right at the end? Maybe. Still they've got the ball. And that's nicely done. Back to the goalkeeper. Is the time to create something here? I think this might be the end of the match highlight, but wouldn't it be cool just to pick a chance at right at the end? They've done well again. Goalkeeper, excellently done, and it was a chance for them right at the end, and there we go. We lose 1-0 at home. Disappointing there. We didn't create enough, but we didn't really give away a load of chances either. It's a really, really positive match, but I felt we probably should have done a little bit better. Didn't really have the possession. We had the shots. Yeah, let me know what your assessment was there. I don't think the forwards did anything. It did enough at all. I guess, you know, it looks like we were quite effective down the wings with Wampat and Bajekic, but other than that, we didn't really threaten enough. We created chances, but not really, really threatening chances. There. But remember, if we finish third of this group, we drop down into the Europa League, and I think we got a much better chance of doing well there because we're not going to be playing the likes of this team in the Europa League, or not many of those teams. Well, there we go. And you can see what happened in the other match. Man City won that 6-1 against Dynamo Zagreb. I suspect we will have a little trouble against them. We've beaten them a lot of times in the past, but I really thought we were going to get something. Oh no. Anyway, folks, we're going to come back for the, I think, third match, as we've been doing in the past, and then probably the last couple of matches. Let's just go forward and see who that will be against. Is it going to be Zagreb or is it going to be City? Okay, so it's the away match against Zagreb. That should be an interesting one. I hope we're good enough to get that. And then we'll play City, Dortmund at home, City. I say it right. Dortmund away, City at home. Oh, dear me. That is going to be a challenge, folks. We need to do a little bit better than we have done. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. in our final push to try and win a European competition with Riga. Will we do it? Probably not, but let's give it a damn good go. See ya. Bye-bye.